This is the challenge. People have to look at their infrastructure today that has been built for the past, for legacy, for voice, for backhaul, traditional backhaul, and they need to think about how to build this network for the future, for LTE. So all operators, this is a big question, this is a big issue because this means a lot of money. This means investment into the future technology now to prepare for what will be coming in a year or 2 years from now. We believe in LTE very much. We have announced last week that we would start a commercial trial by the end of this year. This is our way to promote, to build the momentum. It builds interest to see operator. The vendors, when they see operators making commitment, they become more interested, and it builds the momentum. So we are part of that. The operator needs to be part of that by making announcement, by making commitment, demonstration, and so the operator, I think, is a key part of building the ecosystem. And we need to put the vendors together, the device vendor together. We need to, together with our vendors and the device vendor, arrange for commitment and participate to the trials, and this will accelerate the development. LTE needs a lot of spectrum, okay, and it needs also the regulator to be open about spectrum reforming, and we are very lucky in Hong Kong. The situation in Hong Kong is that this is technology neutral, so we can decide in any of the frequency band we have. We have GSM frequency band, we have 1800, 2100. We can decide to do what we want with any of the frequency band, and as the evolution is going, more and more the 2G subscribers are converting to 3G. They are buying 3G handsets. So the 2G spectrum become a waste. So the regulator needs to allow the spectrum reforming. This is taking a long time. In Europe, just now, recently, they allow to do spectrum reforming, but it depends on every country, and this is really slowing down progress. This will be slowing down the adoption of LTE as well. And some countries have not allocated frequency bands for LTE yet. Hong Kong and a few other countries have been the first one to allocate frequency. So I can say that our regulator in Hong Kong, OFTA, is a very good example. And is really promoting new technology, and Hong Kong will be one of the world leader in technology because of the openness of our regulator. So the challenges with the SDRs, yes, we have announced we believe we are the first operator using SDR technology, and yes, what are the risks associated to that? We had to go through development, honestly, of the technology. We were the first one. We had to go through the debugging, the troubleshooting, together with our vendors, ZTE. They had developed into the lab, but when you bring all this technology in the field, there is other issues that needs to be fine-tuned. So there's always a risk, but there is the reward, and we have to be confident, and we were confident in our ability together with ZTE to resolve the problems and to benefit after that. Because if we had waited that the technology is mature, the technology will become mature in 2 years from now, and then it will be too late because others will have been into the bank bag, will have taken the leadership, and so we went through. It was many challenges to overcome. This is done now, and now we can claim the benefits already. The software definable radio, for sure. What this brings us, it's a longevity of the equipment. Now, even if the technology may change in 2 years from now to LTE and to something else and to other modulation, we know this equipment, we can keep the life of this equipment now will be extended to 7 years, to 9 years. We can keep the same equipment going through the different technology. So it has for sure a big impact on the cost of ownership. The fact that we can refarm our spectrum at will, instead of bringing a new, normally if I wanted to build 900 megahertz UMTS, I would have to scrap my 2G equipment and bring another equipment, and this would be double and triple the cost. So SDR radio has a big impact on reducing the cost, but not only SDR radio, and also when we build this network, we claim two things. We claim an all IP SDR radio network. All IP even have more impact on the cost reduction because we are now bringing the backhaul. The backhaul is where we need to reduce the cost. We need to reduce the OPEX cost, and this is the backhaul that by bringing an all IP network, we are maintaining the same OPEX costs, and we are multiplying by 10, 15, 20 the capacity. So in one sense, if you look at it, the cost per bit, we are reducing the cost by 10 times or 20 times by building an all IP network. And this is the most critical. Then what we have to do, what is key to building an LTE network, is to maintain the same or reduce the OPEX, not continue to increase as we were in the past, increasing linearly with the bandwidth. We cannot continue to increase linearly with the bandwidth because we need 10 times, 15 times, 100 times more capacity. The demand is that much. So we need to find a way to maintain the OPEX while increasing the capacity. And the backhaul is really key to that. And the SDR radio as well in terms of spectrum refarming.
So do you think that your strategy means that you will not need a femtocell strategy in addition?
Well, we have to see what is happening about the femtocells. Our strategy with the spectrum we have, and also I'm not generalizing for all the operators, but here in Hong Kong, with the spectrum we have, with the density of cell sites we have a penetration. We can consider that we cover in every buildings today. It's the case already now. Most of the countries where they're talking about femtocell, they're talking about it's a coverage enhancement technique to go inside the house. We have that. We have the coverage everywhere. Now, by adding with our HSPA Plus network at 21 megabits per second, we already get good capacity, good bandwidth inside the home. Once we add to this LTE, we believe we can bring broadband to the home. We have enough capacity, and we can bring the coverage. This is also one of the reasons we are deploying UMTS in 900 megahertz starting in December this year, to increase the penetration inside buildings. So we believe now that we can achieve what the femtocells would achieve. We can do it without the femtocell. We don't need the femtocell to get the penetration inside buildings.